I know what you guys are probably thinking. Tenny, you're talking about this game 6 months too late, and yeah, you'd be pretty correct for the most part. And that's why it's kind of taken a while to make this video, because I didn't particularly know why I disliked this game as much as I did. As you can see in the background, this is about 6 months ago. There I am wearing my headphones with my curly afro hair, 891 subscribers, live streaming this game to YouTube. Having a good old time, a grand old time with my friends Caleb and Noah. And like I said, this is close to 6 months ago, and I probably haven't touched it in the last probably 5 months. Why is that? So, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I'm kind of not mixed signals, I have kind of mixed feelings with Battle Royale games. On one side of things, it's like, oh yeah, cool, Battle Royale games are awesome, whatever, we get to team up and have a lot of fun. On the other side of things, I think that Battle Royale games have been so oversaturated in the market, in the gaming market that is, that I really could care less anymore if anybody's releasing, like, Black Ops 4 is, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is like, oh, we're gonna have our Battle Royale mode. It's like, honestly, for me, the whole hype train's kind of done. Do I still play Fortnite? Occasionally with my friend, just Alec. Caleb, he's at boot camp right now, so I haven't been playing with him, obviously. Noah occasionally play. My friend Ben, who is also at Navy boot camp. So yeah, a lot of my friends are away at boot camp right now, so that's something. But yeah, so Fortnite is a game that my friend Alec and Noah and I basically play in our spare time occasionally. Mostly Alec and I, and my friend Jacob as well. Sorry for not mentioning you, Jacob, I forgot, sorry. And there is a slight problem with PUBG that I want to talk about. And this is the series that I've been coming up with this channel called The Problem With. And this is the problem with PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. And the biggest flaw that this game has is that you have to pay for it. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think I paid $29.99. And if I could go back in time, if I could warp myself 6 months ago, I would have slapped myself across that afro head of mine and told myself not to purchase this game. Because, yes, it provided a good, probably 24 hours of entertainment and gameplay. But that is very short-lived when it comes to longevity of this game. Sure, I binge played it for, like I said, the first 24 hours or whatever, but that's probably like only a few weeks of gameplay of me actually like sitting down and playing it. This game has been pretty much dead and inactive since Fortnite took over. And it's not just because the Fortnite took over. Trust me, I am an adult. I know that obviously marketing does affect us, but I like to believe that I have my own choice in what I play. And there's clearly a lot of things that drive me closer to Fortnite rather than to PUBG. And the difference being is that Fortnite is free, has more customization, in my opinion, better graphics. Sometimes I love more realistic looking games. In the case of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, the one map where it's like a jungle map, that's pretty cool. But this desert one, although I do like the layout of it a bit more, I just hate the look of it. It gives me a headache. Not a headache necessarily, but it just makes me depressed. It like brings me down. It just there's some like a mood thing to it. And yes, it's fine for a lot of games because some games need that kind of mood depressant. But for a battle royale game, I found myself getting more annoyed and distracted with how like down it was, how gray the colors were and how ugly. And that's fine. Some people like that sort of game, or some people like that sort of thing in their battle royale games. I like the more cartoony look to it. Yes, it is really annoying being killed by a man in a giant bunny rabbit suit. And yes, I have said more than enough swear words when that does happen, mixed with words that I'm probably not so proud of and that my friends probably aren't proud of either that they've said. And no, it's not anything like really bad. It's like just like the F word stuff, but you get the gist. Like, the PUBG is its own worst enemy, and now we're talking about a lawsuit between Bluehole Entertainment and with Epic Games, which is just mind-boggling to me because it took them obviously took them a while to set up this lawsuit, and that's not as mind-boggling as you probably think it is because they have to finalize a lot of stuff and actually get a real case made. But in the PC gaming and just console gaming market to begin with, I would argue that even if you win the lawsuit, say that Fortnite has to shut down or Fortnite has to pay a big fee, you still boned yourself. You still committed suicide in terms of what your game is trying to be. The entire point of competition with games is to have like a tit for tat thing. You're supposed to go back and forth and try to one up each other, not sue the other person into submission. I wish PUBG would actually see that and actually work on new updates. It's been 6 months. 6 months, mind you. And from what I understand, there hasn't been a new map. I could be wrong, because I haven't updated it. And I haven't launched it. I uninstalled it like 5 months ago. Because I could care less about it. It was just a cluster of space on my drive. And I'd rather have 15 gigabytes free or whatever, how much it was. I don't remember. And just, even though Fortnite has one map, I think that one map has more personality than 2 of these maps in PUBG combined. It's kind of sad, really, if you really think about it. You're paying $20 to $30 for this game, probably even more depending on where you get your copy. And you're getting less for it. The firing system for me in this game was always off. It was hit or miss. Sometimes it was okay. Other times it was just like, what just happened? And yeah, Fortnite does have that occasionally, but I feel like I'm in more control of my destiny in Fortnite. Yes, of course there will be somebody always better than you in Battle Royale games and video games in general. I'm not saying that that's the issue here. The issue is that I particularly didn't like the hit detection in this game. I didn't like the gunplay that much. The only thing I really found myself using a lot was the shotgun and or a pistol, and mostly the shotgun. In PUBG or in Fortnite, however, I would use anything from a shotgun to a sniper rifle to a pistol to an assault rifle to an assault machine gun to a revolver even. Like, I was able to experiment with those guns, but with PUBG, I just didn't like the variety. They sucked. I was stuck. I only like to do close range combat, which sure is really convenient and it's easy to hit targets, but that style of gameplay, for me at least, only using the shotgun and the pistol at close range to medium range, got super boring and I really didn't like it. There's a lot of things going against PUBG that Fortnite does a lot better. One, it's customization. I hate paid games that you have like gambling things in it. I'm looking at Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and yes, CSGO is one of the biggest first-person shooters of all time, and I am not going to sit around and act like that is not the case. Of course it is. I played Counter-Strike Global Offensive so much to the point where I'm sick of it right now, and I haven't played it in a few months. I made it a big series on my channel at one point for like a good solid, like, was it close to a month? I don't even know. But I don't like the idea of gambling in a video game, especially when you pay money for it. If it's free to play, and you have like some weapon skins that you can do loot boxes for, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of loot boxes, and I wish that they really didn't exist to begin with, or at least the introduction of paying a real-life currency to use said loot box, more so than the actual loot box itself. But I wish that AAA games, and just games that you pay for in general, would screw off with their ideology with having loot boxes as a main way of progression. It's stupid. It's something that shouldn't exist, and it's disgusting, and that's a big reason why I didn't like PUBG to begin with. I downloaded it and I was like, oh wow, cool, I got a crate. My friend Caleb's like, oh no, you need a key. I was like, what do you mean you need a key? Oh, you gotta spend real life money on the marketplace. I was like, what the hell? I just spent $30 to $40 in this game, and I leveled up once. Can I please just open this loot box or whatever? I don't even care what's in it at this point. Just let me open it. I earned it. Let me open it. No, you gotta pay like, what was it, $2 for a key or 20? I don't know. It was either 25 cents or $2. I know it's a big difference, but I don't know. It's been 6 months. Please forgive me. The problem with PUBG is that it doesn't have a lifelike world. It doesn't have any characteristics. The gunplay is subpar at best, in my opinion. This is coming from somebody that played the game for, I had 24 hours under my record or something close to there. So, sure, that's not totally enough to 100% judge it. I say it's fair enough, you know. It's basically Fortnite. It's Fortnite with the more realistic graphics. The gunplay, I don't know if it's more realistic. I don't really shoot guns in real life, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But in my opinion, I just like the gunplay a lot better in Fortnite. It feels a lot more smooth. It feels a lot more comfortable. I felt like an actual player in the game, and whereas in this game, I felt like I was just a ragdoll walking around and then getting ready to get my head blown off at 1 second or 2 seconds later, which is fine in a battle royale game. Like I said, somebody will always be better than you. But this game just had everything going for it, and it blew up so fast that the developers didn't, I don't think, knew what to do. This game blew up so fast when it first came out. Not as much as Fortnite, but this game blew up as fast as it did. And that's the difference. Here's a big difference. You want to know what the other big difference between Fortnite and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is? The developers. There are so many updates to Fortnite and so much community, like, there's a community. In PUBG, there wasn't a community. Sure, there were some videos that people made, like, I made a video, like, top 5 reasons you should be playing Fortnite. And I wish I could go back and undo that video, because I don't know what I was even talking about. Going back at that, I was like, what am I even on about? Does this kid not even play Fortnite? And yeah, that sounds really stupid saying that out loud. And I know Fortnite's memeable, it's, like, too popular, so for all the kids or whatever. But if you look at the actual quality between the two games, Fortnite definitely has a leg up on PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, especially for a free game. You want to know what Fortnite does better? Fortnite has customization. Yes, there's a battle pass, which is, I think, $10. I bought the battle pass because I had extra iPhone money, and I wanted to test it out to see what it actually was. I've had a lot of bang for my buck with that. I don't necessarily enjoy spending $10, but I've also been able to do, like, some of the missions, and not even that many of them, for that matter, and I've already made back my quote-unquote money for the battle pass to repurchase it without spending real-life cash, which I thought was pretty cool that they actually let you do that. In PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, however, there's really no progression system other than leveling up to get some gear that really doesn't affect anything other than cosmetics, and then on top of all that, it's a loot box system where you have to pay real-life money. So, you could probably understand or see why I've really given up on this game. It's really sad, though, because the reason why I'm making this video is because I saw 33% off PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds in the Steam Marketplace sale. I was like, oh, okay, maybe what's up with this game? Okay, let's go to the recent reviews. 33% of the last 30 days have been positive. That's not good. There's a combination of things. One, the lawsuit. The lawsuit is asinine, in my opinion, because I don't know the linguistics or the specifics of it. The linguistics, that's not the right word. I don't know the specifics of the lawsuit, but from what I gather, from what I understand, and what people have been telling me, is that it's trying to, like, sue for, like, the likeness of it, so it's a battle royale game, so we gotta sue them. Hate to break it to you, PUBG, but you didn't invent battle royale games. Not even anywhere near it. If anything, you've ripped off the ripoff of a ripoff of a ripoff of a battle royale game, which, sure, you're probably one of the ones that popularized it in 2017 or 2018. Sure, I could say that, but you didn't create it. And that's why you're having a backlash from the gaming community. Not only is your game subpar and you're not really putting too much effort into it, and on top of that, it's not really good effort. I really didn't, when it updated before in the past, I didn't care about it. I was like, oh, okay, it's an update, I guess. Oh, they nerfed the shotgun. Oh, they nerfed the pistol. Oh, they buffed the sniper rifle. Oh, wow, that makes me really want to invest 10 more hours into this shell of a game. Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's not why people like Fortnite. People don't like Fortnite because they buff and debuff guns. They like it because they're constantly changing it. In this, I was literally sitting there getting joy out of killing my friend Caleb in the car. He went AFK. And this is the only funny part I can remember of this, is when we team killed each other. Because he would team kill me, and Noah would team kill me, and I would team kill him. And we're just, I look at me laughing in there. I look so happy. Little did I know that, like, within the next few hours of gameplay, it would be completely dead. And it's sad, looking back at this 6 months later, to think that this game had so much potential and basically shot itself in the foot from day one. It blew up too fast. The developers didn't know what they were doing. And they basically are standing behind this lawsuit, I think. Just to, I don't know, money? Is that what they want, is money? Do they really? I couldn't tell you at this point. Is it just revenge suing because they lost their player base? Is it like an actual legitimate case that we're unaware of? I have no idea. But what I do know is that in the PC community, in the gaming community in general, I would try your best not to piss off the people that are actually purchasing your game, such as me, or such as Joe down the street, or whoever that actually buys your game. Because this is coming from a consumer of your product, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds / Bluehole Entertainment. You had a subpar game, in my opinion, and you're kind of skating by on just nothingness. You're trying to latch on to, I don't know, is it money? I don't know what they're trying to latch onto. They're latching onto Fortnite and they're like, yes, this is popular, let's sue them. That's what I think. That's from my perspective what I feel like is going on. I could be completely wrong. In fact, I probably am wrong. But that's the problem with PUBG, guys. And if you guys want me to make a problem with Fortnite video, I could, but it would be a lot more constructively criticized. This is more of like a not a hate video, because I don't do those. This is constructive criticism, because it's the problem with. But at this point, I don't want the constructive criticism is there, right, for change. But at this point, I could care less. My money's been wasted already on this game. My respect has been basically thrown down the toilet just based on like lawsuit and lack of content based on promises and empty shells of promises. And I couldn't care less anymore. They lost me 6 months ago. When I buy a video game and they're talking about changes, new maps coming soon, yeah, that's not what that soon is not 6 months for gamers, guys. In 6 months, if somebody says new TV show coming soon or new movie coming soon, if I see a trailer for a movie and says coming soon, let's say it doesn't have a date, I'm thinking between 1 and 3 months. 3 months being the absolute latest, and 3 months being kind of pushing the bill on quote unquote soon. 6 months with no updates in the regards of content, from what I've seen at least. I could be wrong. I know that there's been some vehicle things, I think, but nothing really to keep me in the game and being like, wow, I gotta play that game. And yeah, sure, you could argue the same thing for Fortnite, which I'm sure some people will. Fortnite's not for everybody. That's not the point of this video. If you thought the entire point of this video was me to say Fortnite's amazing and PUBG is bad, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to compare the two and talk about the problem with PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Fortnite has its issues, sure. It's not a perfect game. But in my opinion, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds has so many more problems and so much more like lack of content that I thought it was more important to talk about it as a YouTuber and as somebody that likes to review things in general. And for somebody that's coming up with a new series called The Problem With, I thought this would be a damn good place to start because, well, let's face it, this game is a shell of a Battle Royale game. Yeah, the Google map looks pretty cool. And yeah, it's cool that I can squad up with my buddies, but I can do that for free on Fortnite right now and have a lot more customization without paying a single dime. And if I pay a dime, let's say I spend $10 to buy this Battle Pass, you're getting about 20 times as much content as well as customization and missions or whatever than this game. In my opinion, that's my opinion. So you're paying a fourth of the price for like 3 times as much content and more personality, in my opinion. That's the problem with PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, guys. Keep calm and trust your instincts. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Sorry for having the old video footage, but this is I didn't want to reinstall this game, and I thought that, hey, I should probably have footage of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, so, I did this from about 6 months ago. Yeah, look at me smiling. Little did I know. Little did I know. And that's probably where we die. Yes, it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.